Alex Marlowe here, editor-in-chief of Breitbart News, here with one of America's best journalists, Andy Ngo, Andy-Ngo.com. He's got a Patreon, he's got a Locals, find him in Post Millennial. He's got a book called Unmasked, which was out, I think it was a year ago, and it was a big hit. So Andy, it's great to have you here on our various platforms. You're at the Turning Point event here, America Fast. You're speaking to a younger group of people. Now, one thing that you're very good at is that people attack you with all sorts of various odd attacks that are not based in anything. And you go ahead, you soldier ahead. Speak about the mentality it takes to be a journalist in America reporting on the woke left.
You know, I actually never really thought of myself as brave before, and it was surprising to me when people went up to me and thanked me for my reporting and said I was brave. All I thought I was doing was just presenting the truth. At that time, a few years ago, it was on video. That's what I used to do. I used to go to the protests and riots to capture the footage. And it made me a target of violence many times. It's an old story now. People have known what's happened to me over the last few years in Portland, Oregon, where I was living. I guess it takes a lot of courage to be brave, and I'm not sure if I see it in myself, but for other people, I think when they're willing to stick by their convictions, knowing that they have a lot to risk and to lose, that's something I really admire. In this conference, unfortunately, I don't get the opportunity to attend very many conferences in America now. I'm outside of the US a lot because of threats against me. But here, I mean, there's a certain fire that's driving a lot of young people, and that's encouraging. I think, in comparison to some other places, other countries I've been to, I don't really see that same type of excitement for conservative politics among young people.
Right. So what's different here? Because there is so much hatred of conservative young people. You've experienced it. You have been attacked violently. And it's one of these things where it is designed to maybe not affect you. Maybe you're strong enough that you fight through it. But maybe it's the next person who would want to do what you're doing, would want to emulate your career. And they don't want to do it because they're afraid.
You know, I'm not one to call for every person to be a martyr. And I think it's actually, sometimes I hear people say, go out and get canceled because then you'll be released of all, restrictions. And actually, I think that's reckless. You have to be really strategic about it. And there are certain rules of the game, and it's rigged against people like you and I.
Right.
And so you have to be smart. I would just say, if for people, let's say, who are interested in journalism, if you pursue the truth and that's reflected in your work, people will recognize that, and even your detractors will recognize that. I mean, I think there's a reason why I'm perceived as a big threat to many people on the far left. It's because my work is accurate.